Hey YouTube, this is Dominique Stafford from PerfectGC, and right now I'm going to talk about something that has just hit the internet recently in the video game industry. So apparently there's an article on Kotaku that is titled "We Need Better Video Game Publishers," and the article is written by a anonymous game developer, and he talked about the issues that actually go on in the video game industry. One being that publishers are pretty much the reason why video games are horrible, and I explain why. In the article, he talked about how these, the high executives like look down on the project, and the funny thing about it is they can't and don't play video games. They treat video games like film, so they say like, "Oh, put this in, take this out," stuff like that, and the anonymous developer that was writing it, he was saying, Miller, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but the guy who works over at Nintendo, uh, the not the Asian man with the glasses, but the other one, he was saying like he flips the table apparently, and then he starts like the project over from scratch, and he says like that's a good thing, not the flipping of the table, but it's a good reason that he like starts over from scratch, because it's cheaper to do that rather than just putting a whole lot of stuff that doesn't really work for a video game. So yeah, publishers, well, executives from the publishers try to base video games and movies together like they're the same exact thing, which is not, because it's very difficult to add and take out things. Like it's easy to do that in movies, but you can't do that with video games, and hence why we have some of the have a lot of horrible video games that come out. And he also talked about how the myth about it being like one person who does, I think, everything or something like that, and that's honestly not true. He says that a lot of people who actually work on the game don't get any credit. And then he talked about Metacritic, which in honesty, like a lot of people hate Metacritic because it's stupid, it's ridiculous, it makes no sense, and it screws over a lot of people who like work their ass off in the video game industry. It's fucking ridiculous. And see, what else did he talk about? I'm gonna put the article in the link below, but I just wanted to talk about this because after reading it, it really pissed me off, and it changed my mindset completely. Because before this, like I cared for developers, but I always thought they're sort of the reason why games are horrible. But now reading this and actually having reality hit you, yeah, this article made me really start hating publishers now. Not all of them, but some of them, because I never had a grasp on how things work. Well, sort of like how people look over, but I didn't know shit like that went on. To have like people who like in the suits and stuff high up, coming down, like just looking at the game and saying you should add this, you should add that, and not playing it, not having the interaction, just like treating it like film. And that's not what video games are. Video games are not film. Video games are interactive experiences that you have. You have to interact with the video game to get the gist of it. And yeah, so I really wanted to talk about this, because like it really pissed me off. And jeez, it I don't know, stuff like this. Like, there's been a lot of stuff coming out in the video game industry, like articles and stuff about sexism, violence, this type of stuff. It's just so much. And like now it's starting to come out. I'm like, wow. Or was this before? Like, why didn't no one talk about this now? But yeah, this, like, again, I'm gonna put the link in the article, like the article in the description of the video, so you can read it yourself and see everything he said. Oh yeah, and one of the quotes in there talked about how when a video game tanks, so something like what was that horrible game that came? Oh, Aliens Colonial that one, yeah. When something like that tanks, publishers will blame it on the developers, and then the publishers just, they do the same crap to another developer, and that shit, just thinking about that pisses me off. And I know I said pissed off many times because this article has literally and figuratively pissed me off. And so, yeah, I just wanted to once again tell you about this article that just, I think it was written today, I'm not sure, but I wanted to let you guys know exactly what I read just a few minutes ago that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, this has been Dominique Stafford, part of the Perfect GC, and just have a wonderful day. Things can end in traumatic fashion, so yeah, be safe, because the world is a dangerous place. So yeah, take care.